Hi everyone, it is Sunday morning, and I always get an email on Sunday from a woman called Maria Popova. She does a website, which is a website called Brain Pickings, which is now called The Marginalian. And she is a Bulgarian-born art author, blogger, and she's been doing these beautiful compilations of articles for the last 18 years, and I've been a follower of hers that long. She is amazing. Really, if you're prepared to go down a rabbit hole with her every Sunday morning, she takes you to amazing places, and she features quotes and connections with arts and books and themes and stories. But she's amazing, and I'll put her details below so that you can find her if you like and sign up for her newsletter. But I promise you, you will take at least a good hour every Sunday following her trail of breadcrumbs to magic. It's amazing. But she wrote something today that I wanted to share with you, and I'm going to actually be reading some things here because I just grabbed it and I thought I've got to share this. It's so powerful. But she talked about someone called Nick Cave. Now, I don't know Nick Cave, but he's apparently a musician, artist, author, and he wrote this little sort of vignette on what are the two most important pillars of a fulfilling life. And I thought, my little ears perked up, and I thought, oh, what are those two things? And I thought, well, I'll look and read the article. But what they were are so aligned to the things that I talk about all the time, and that I know many of you agree with and resonate with. But I'm going to read what he said about the two most important things to living, the pillars to living a fulfilling life. The first is humility. Now, humility for me is all about understanding how you fit in the world and how you're, what you are, what you've become, what decisions you've made, what things you've done have brought you to where you are. And this is what he says. Humility. Humility amounts to an understanding of the world as is not divided into good and bad people, but rather is made up of all manner of individuals. Each is broken in their own way. Each is caught up in the common human struggle, and each having the capacity to do both terrible and beautiful things. If we truly comprehend and acknowledge that we are all imperfect creatures, we find that we become more tolerant and more accepting of others' shortcomings, and the world appears less dissident, less isolating, and less threatening. Okay, that was very powerful for me, because I think one of the biggest challenges we're facing right now in this world is that we don't see ourselves as being like everybody else. We've all got our different ways, our different decisions, and as I said, choices we've made. But at the heart of it, we're all broken. We've all got challenges. We've all got things that we regret, things that we wish we hadn't done, or things we wish we had done. And it's a reflection of other people too. They're all the same. So being less judgmental and more tolerant is a big goal for me too. The other quality is curiosity. I just did a video about this a few weeks ago, about the whole idea that curiosity is going to be the one thing that's going to keep me going through 24, that I'm a curious person by nature, and it's given me so much to think about and to live by. But he says, if we look with curiosity at people who do not share our values, they become interesting rather than threatening. As I've grown older, he says, I've learned that the world and the people in it are surprisingly interesting, and that the more you look and the more you listen, the more interesting they become. Cultivating a questioning mind, of which conversation is the chief instrument, enriches our relationships with the world. Having a conversation with someone that I might disagree with is, I have come to find, a great life embracing pleasure. How talking to each other can enrich their experience. And even if we have different beliefs or different understandings in every different aspect of life, we can find there's this enrichment. There's something curious and wonderful about finding out about that person, what made them feel that way, what took them to that place. And I just think it's powerful. I really think it's so powerful. Now, I actually after I thought about what were my two, I thought about two that were very, very similar. I mean, the one about curiosity was absolutely, at the base for me, the social connection that we can get through, looking for new ways of doing things and people and hanging out with people that are different than us. That curiosity, like he described, was like my number one thing. The other thing, though, that I thought about was community and like family, social relationships being the pillars, like having strong partnerships and relationships. And in a way, that is about humility. It's actually about navigating the world, navigating this social, infrastructure that we're swimming in, and actually, being understanding, being appreciative of it, about valuing it. Anyway, I just thought that that was a really cool way to start the day, start my Sunday, start the day maybe with you. And hopefully you'll maybe come up with the two things that you think are most important in your life. What do you think is the most important pillar for a fulfilling life? Is it curiosity? Is it humility? Is it compassion? Is it understanding? I mean, what are the two things? And let's see if they boil down at the end of the day to the same things, those same two pillars. The pillars of knowing that we're all broken, that we're all in this together, that we're all joined and united. We're walking each other home, as Ram Dass said, and also that we need to be curious and open and investigative and love to explore and discover the world. I don't know. I just thought it was super interesting. Hope you found this a good conversation. I'd love your feedback and your sort of thoughts about it, and know that we love you here at 60andMe. I treasure you all. I appreciate your comments. I love reading them and replying to them. Do my best to get to everybody, but just know that I care about you. And for me, having a fulfilling life is pretty much why I'm here with you, why 60andMe even exists. Okay, everybody, well, have a fabulous day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Know that you're loved, and stay safe and well. Okay, take care. Bye for now.